Hello, so this is a game between 7Q and 8Q played on IGS with reverse commie, so black got 5 points and a half. Black won pretty big this time, especially because of capturing the stones at the top, but even without that capture, black was slightly ahead. So let's see what went wrong for white mostly. The Fuseki seems very normal. White splits the right side, which is an old school way of playing. Normally here, white can consider the inside approach or the sun invasion. Well, back in the day, R10 was played a lot, and usually black has to choose whether to attack from the top, coming R12, R13, or to attack from the bottom at R8. So these are black's choices. Black can go right away from the Shimari and then invade between the two stones to keep white busy. And this way, black induces the way to defend the top right corner. But he also expands the Moyo coming from the Shimari. Now, black can also choose to attack from the right side, R13 or R12, but before doing that, black can exchange the approach in the top left corner, and if white simply defends calm to keep the corner at C14, black is happy to approach R12 or R13 in order to push the weak stone towards the Shimari and then extend again to the top to set up a Moyo. So this is actually the reason why nowadays we don't see the middle side split at R10 so much, because this just feels too good for black to develop very fast at the top. So probably for a good amount of years before the AI era, R14 became pretty much the only move in this kind of Fuseki. So black simply defends, then white can extend to the middle or play an attach. I remember seeing this kind of pattern very often in pro games between 2000 and 2015 or so. Also, simply playing the normal Joseki, like slide in the corner and extend back. This was really normal back in the day. But anyway, we see an old-fashioned style R10, and black push from the top, then white makes a base. So far so good. Now black extends to the middle of the side, but it's still more urgent to approach the corner first. And if white defends calm, black extends back to k16. If white plays a pincer, then black can just take the corner or play a double Hakari. But the priority is to attack the corner first within Fuseki. So in Fuseki, you gotta challenge your opponent for his two corners after you take your two corners, especially when playing black. So black can also invade the Sansan right away and either go for a simple variation like this. Well, push and Hane, it's also an option. And now it's white's choice whether to continue in the top or play away. This is debatable, but middle side extension in this case. This jump it's a bit questionable. Normally just a one space jump, but white can already think about the Sansan invasion in the top right because black has a double wing formation. Black got the Hoshi and two extensions on both sides, the right and the top, so it's usually quite normal to invade the corner right away. So black will probably block the top because there's more potential in that area, having the extension all the way to the middle at k17. But white will scoop out the corner in center, and then white can just play f17 to block or prevent black's expansion to the top. So this would be a pretty fine follow-up for white. White doesn't have to fear about his group on the right side. Even if black plays moves like approach here or q8 and then attach, white will simply wedge, cut, and keep the eye shape on the right side. So it's fine. And black's Moyo, it's not that impressive because the influence, the thickness, goes towards the left, but white already has a f17 formation there, so black is not going to expand too much in that area. So we can say O10 is the first questionable move of the game so far by white, because Normally here, if white wants to jump, one space jump, it's safer, it's more solid. And an invasion at r14, it's another option too, if he doesn't want to play the sun at r17. The problem with this O10 being so loose is that black can play a shoulder hit at q8 and then attach q10 to separate the stones on the right side and the middle. So if white plays a hane, black can cut or just counter hane. And then when Atari here connect, if white connects, black can cover and fight because of the liberty uh, issues for white. Not so easy. So black could punish right away, but it's not so urgent. Right now it's big for black to play, yeah, c6 or f3 or approach the top. That's good to continue in the top side in order to expand the moyo right away, and then decide whether to go f3 or either c3. But anyway, c6 is a big point. So in this position, normally white should fall back to f3. And then if black slides, white blocks, black extends, and now white is center. White can come all the way to n3 in order to expand the bottom side and put some pressure on the corner enclosure on the black shimari. Also, white can extend h17 to prevent black's approach to the corner. White can attack the top at o17 and come back to the sun invasion. So this would be normal. Usually white takes the point at f3, and later on, if white gets a chance, let's say we have this follow-up, now white can also play b4. So this is always the order: first f3, then b4, in order to enclose the corner and build something like 15 points this way. But if white plays the other way, hoping that next he will get f3, f3 is not a move that black is going to allow. So black is not going to extend c9 and allow this nice f3 for white. That's why white shouldn't think about going down to b4. So black punish right away. That's a good thing to see. White comes out between the groups. Oh, it should have, sorry. The actual move is actually e2. So black extends. Black can extend a little more loosely, like k4. So alternates the third line, fourth line, and third line again, and fourth line. So it just goes in waves, up and down. This is usually the way you want to set up your moyos. So back to the game. Well, j3, it's not a bad move to extend. Also, black can consider a tenuki. For example, extend on the left side or go all the way towards the corner. But that's more or less a matter of style. So far so good. White came out, but white is already safe in the corner, so white can extend on the left side instead. Playing this, it's a bit slow, because having e to the corner, it's already fine enough for white. So this was just a neutral point, and black had to make another base. So the start looks very comfortable for black up to this point. This attack is good. Black comes out, one space jump, it's really bad, so it's good to trust the Iken Tobi. So does white, comes along, and now black took the last big point on the board. It's very good to approach f17 here. So I can think about the double up in order to build a lot on the left side, especially that white already got c11 and e11 in place. Now in the actual game, white played a cap move on the top stone, which is also playable, but black can invade the corner. So now white's box is not going to be that large on the left side, and in the meantime black also grabs a lot of territory this way. If white here separates at d17, black is very happy to go inside the top left corner and take away all the corner like this. Then also take center to play another big point. Because if this happens, white is getting a wall on the left side, but his extension is too close to his own thickness. So it becomes over concentrated. Therefore, this would be a good way for black to continue. Instead of slide, just invade Sansan. Probably black was reluctant to invade Sansan because of the separation, but it's absolutely fine. Also, if white tries a double honey, black can honey on the second line, and when white connects, black connects too. So black got the corner and connected under. Now sometimes here white separates right away, feeling that it's all fine, but the cutting points can get him. So black can Atari here, and when white connects, Atari and continue with the ladder. So everything gets captured in the top for white. So now black played this, white blocked the corner. Well, this shape looks slightly better for white than what would have happened before. And the thing is, black has to come back and protect at h16 or h17 to prevent the invasion. So now if black plays away, which he did, well, this is a large point for the top right, but now white can invade directly. So if this happens, black has to come out between the stones, then white can either attach or play Kosumi, then turn. And if white simply lives in the top like this, it's already it's a successful sequence, because black had a lot of potential there, and now his group is just running out pretty much eyeless. So this would be really nice for white to punish. White's invasion at m17 actually helps black, because now black played a double up. Well, k17 would be fine too. So white is weak and black got the base in the top. Now if white comes inside, black can just cover and capture it. This is playable too, but it leaves a little bit of RG because of the peep and then come out or attach. So white decided to extend for a tiny base in the top, and black went away to remove that. Well, being such a small base inside black's sphere of influence, black should approach with a cap and try to confine that group. So if white comes out, black can continue attacking. If white plays an attach, Hane would be quite severe, then push along and protect the right side in the process. Well, normally the shape point for black is to bump, but this bump is not necessarily center in this case. So white doesn't have to connect here or make a bad shape and then allow being surrounded. In this position, if black bumps, white will just turn, because now when black turns and goes down, black only captures one stone, so white is happy to escape this way and invade the right side. Therefore, in this particular case, instead of playing the shape point, black should keep pushing to surround the weak group and make him suffer more. So this is a bit low, because now black doesn't really profit from attacking on the second line, and white simply comes out. White can actually jump right away, and in the end black gets a few points on the first line in the top. So that's why it's better in this case to attack from the outside instead of removing the base and then chase. Well, this shape is good in the top. Black got a nice I formation there, so white has to run out. That's the only way. Good decision for black to protect the top right against an invasion at r14. Black can also play Kosumi. This is another way to protect, and it's a very strong formation. From this Kosumi, it's very easy to cut next at n12. Anyway, white added another move to connect his stones. Probably he was supposed to play n12 to make it even safer. We will see why later in the game. Black it's happy with the territory on the bottom side, but playing all these moves on the third line, it's a flat formation, so black should actually step up to the fourth line. Once again, you have third line, fourth line, third line, fourth line, so it's very nice to alternate the stones like that. You gotta think about the waves of the ocean. So that's a poetical way to put it, up and down like the surfer. So anyway, it's good to take some territory here instead of allowing the invasion, but white comes in no matter what. Well, black can consider the Hane above, so when white tries to leave under, he doesn't have enough space. I mean, when he pushes a lot like this is a formation that cannot make twice. So when white goes, for example, k1, you play Atari first, then Hane h1 and it's done. If he plays l1 Atari from the other side, well, you can Atari again, just to force him take and make one eye, and then Hane from the other side to remove the second eye. So either way, white will die. But it's nothing wrong to play Hane under and just stay alive, stay connected. Normally here, white should think of this kind of peep, and then Hane again, connect, and just get some thickness towards the center and try to build something big in the middle. But it's a bit difficult because black can jump from the left side and reduce anyway. So center it's never as big as it looks. But well, this push is no need. Just Hane the other way and then jump out. Probably a Keima here would be good to put some pressure on the group on the left side. And after black protects the left, white can block the top in order to hope for all this territory. This looks like a whale. My drawing skills are improving. Back to the game. So, this is a good block. Tiger mount, wedge. Instead of connecting here, white should block with Atari. When black connects, white connects. Black is not going to cut because white captures and the stone is in Atari. So even if double Atari, white can take again. Actually go out first. When black captures two stones, white captures another one. Or just leaves the position like this, it's Miai. Now peep and attack the group on the left side very severe. So white missed an opportunity here. Instead of connecting with an empty triangle and heavy, should just block f6. That's the most natural move. So black comes out between the groups and black should no-B again. Because like this, black connects very easily with his e9 group and can also attack the h5 after that. So even if white plays here to go for one stone on the left side, black doesn't even have to worry about that and try to go for a big large scale attack on the bottom. So this way white comes between the groups. Now in order to fix I shape, black can attach on the second line. If white blocks, black pulls back and he makes enough I space on the left side and also creates a cutting point at c12. Now if white cuts, black can also cut, give up one stone, Atari, and get inside the middle. So again, black is making I shape but also breaks white's potential. This is a more active way to fix his group. So black is playing here, white turns, and the most natural move would be to turn also to keep white separated and also prevent the Atari. If white attacks the left side with a move like this attach, black will block, then attach also, attach again, and jump out in the middle. The group can also leave locally with a hanging connection. So black is not so much in danger to play another move at b5 right away. And white doesn't have to block here, just Atari and connect his stones in the middle. Playing this move, when white Atari, black has to connect and the shape is quite heavy. Well, in the end, black is fine, but still, so many moves to leave. Yeah, white got the Atari, and now he's connected. It looks pretty fine. This is a good move. But white doesn't have to double up in this case. It's fine to play the block to press and build more in the center like this. This is a bit conservative. So black jumps, but one space jump is safer. The two space jump can be separated. White can just attach, black will Hane, white pulls back, and then there are two cutting points. Either here or here. Like this. White didn't really cut. Actually, white still managed a cut, but this kind of cut can backfire. Because now he's hurt on the left side. Yeah, a good idea for black to get some profit there. Instead of no-B, black can jump. Now, playing the jump threatens two things. If white defends the left side, black can push and separate the top stone. if black connects the top stone, sorry, white connects the top, black will just invade the left side and separate the 3 stones. And they seem to die on a large scale here. I mean, if white tries to go out somehow like this, there's not enough. There are not enough liberties to fight the semi. Black is faster, so black kills everything there. Huge territory. So no B and white protected. Now there is no way to cut that stone, so black should just focus and play other things. For example, a jump around here or come back to the shoulder hit. Anyway, some moves to get into the center and make it harder for white to block. So if this happens, white doesn't really build enough in the middle. White connected very well. There's just endgame left on the left side, top left corner, like push and block, then Hane. But this can be played later. Yeah, this kind of jump of 7 is good. And instead of that move, shoulder hit first and then attach. So the stones connect very well. I mean, on the Hane, black can even go up and then cut or get into the center with another Hane or a jump like this. So when white pushes here, black connects this way. If push here, connect the other way. So it's really difficult for white to block and keep most of the center in that way. Anyway, black had the right idea. The execution wasn't so happy. Might need to connect first, but this got complicated. Normally, black can just bump, then jump out, but you gotta read the liberties. So this could be a little dangerous. Well, a connection here would be better to gain more liberties and then use the Hane. Because if white cuts and black just blocks, when white takes one stone, black will connect under with the squeeze. So Tsuke, white was kind. White can actually block. If black plays a crosscut, white will Atari, connect and capture the stone. So now it's difficult for black to escape. This way black will link under. So black actually got away easy here and also connected like that, very good. And white panicked, so he didn't get any compensation in this fight. Yeah, this went too good for black. Now the jump in the center. Well, the empty triangle instead of one space jump, but actually white should block this way. If black plays an attach from the left, white simply no B and is fine. And if Hane, white can go out again, and then cut and extend to the right. So everything ties in the middle. Well, that looks more like a misclick this turn. Now here, white should play a peep and then protect the center. The peep is good to keep the stones connected in the top. Like this, white accepted to build less and less in the center. And then white found a way to fight back. But in fact, this was all bait, so... Well, here, white can connect solid, black should Hane, connect and connect, so it's all fine. So now white took the bait and got split. So this is the moment where black wins big because of capturing the top. So white can already resign. It's a bit small to connect there. Well, it threatens the 3 stones, but right now black can play Hane on the left side in Sente to prevent the Atari, then push in the top, everything Sente here, and just block F2. This move is also no need. This one is Sente, very good. Push it Sente too. Well, the peep, it's a bit too much, especially that allows the Atari, so just Hane on the first line. Because now white can Atari first and then connect. So black gained nothing here. And instead of pushing, black should just play f2. Now when white plays d3, I mean blocks, black can play away. And if white doesn't play anything, black has the clamp to connect. But this turn, when white plays here, black blocks, now white can play away. Well, it's also okay to defend, but anyway, white could give up that stone. Yeah, this was very big in the top left corner, but it's good to turn first and then Hane. Black got all those moves in center, fine. And now black is just playing ultra conservative to keep the lead. So for example here, instead of going down, it's better to Hane and connect. Because after playing this move, okay, white will Atari and eventually will take Gote. Then Hane on the first line, it's center too, as white has to play another move inside. So it's a Gote, but it has a center follow-up. Playing b11, white can block, and then that's it. No more center follow-up there. Oh, monkey jump. But the monkey jump, it's actually Gote here for black. Well, white doesn't need to play Atari. White can just leave it like this and play away. Now it's center. That was pretty big. Here, black can just block, because the top group will not escape, and playing the block gives black 2 extra points in the top. So the bamboo connection was actually too conservative. Also, black can just play away. For example, Atari here. So when white pushes again, black will block, and it's just a 1 point loss. But this way, it's like 2 point loss, because white can push, black connects, and then these 2 points disappeared instead of just blocking and saving them. So, and another block in the top, this is minus 1.2. Because when white plays the Hane, black can cut and anyway capture faster. But even if white takes those 3 stones, the group is still dead. So, nothing to worry about. Like this. But I understand that black is aware he's going to win big, so he doesn't want to screw up this game. That's why all the defenses normally here connect solid to have less threats for white later on. This is also a move that's not really needed. Dun, 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 dun. Or at least not yet. Alright. And now only 1 point moves left. Now instead of playing a19 and allow the Atari in center for white, it's better to play Hane, because playing a19 and Atari, then black makes no point. But after Hane, white blocks, black connects c19 and then fight the ko. So if black wins this ko, black can make an extra point. But that ko is played at the end, because right now it's still 1 point on the right side. But playing like this is like saying pass. You better take the point at t12 and allow white go a18. But when white goes a18, it's gote for white. So only after white plays another move, let's say now we play somewhere here, then when white Atari, black needs to connect. But to provoke this is just taking gote for 0 points. And that was it. Black won big. Well done on this one.